Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called Man is the Designated Driver of the Marriage, and the Woman Stays in the Passenger Seat. Let me say it again. Man is the designated driver of the marriage, and the woman stays in the passenger seat. You see, this is going to be a cold-blooded word tonight, and I think you brothers and sisters that are in marriages, that are in relationships, I think you're going to learn. I think you will be edified, and I hope you sincere sisters, man, is edified by this word, man. Okay. And what you see on the screen is a lady handing over the keys. And I want you to remember that. I want you to remember this image. I want you to look at this image. It's a beautiful image of a woman handing over the keys. Okay. As I preach through this word, you're going to see the significance of this image of the woman handing over the keys. Because when it comes to these women today, you have to hand over the keys and let someone else drive. And that leads us to the designated driver. All right. A designated driver has many different meanings, but they're all the same. A designated driver would be someone who abstains from getting drunk from alcohol and is the reserved one to drive others home safely. Okay? That's a designated driver. And one thing about a designated driver, when it comes to a marriage, a designated driver is needed to navigate through the roadblocks, through the potholes, through the traps and debacles that comes in this spiritual walk. You see? And that designated driver has to be someone that's always sober. You see? And the whole premise of this word deals with the woman. A lot of women do not want to relinquish the car keys to allow the man to drive the vehicle. You see? But like you see on the screen, this woman, okay, is handing over the keys. But most women today do not want to relinquish the car keys and allow the man to drive the vehicle. But in the ancient times, man, women gladly and gracefully sat in the passenger seat and allowed the man to drive the car and lead the way. Okay, this is how it was originally set up to be, even in the beginning in the ancient times. But today, things have changed drastically to now the woman has pushed the man over to the passenger seat, and now the woman is behind the wheel as the designated driver. But that's laughable. Why? Because the woman symbolically is the one that's liable to being intoxicated. So why would you allow her to get behind the wheel when she's the one most liable to being intoxicated? The woman on the screen is handing over the keys, man, because she know she can't make it home safe. She's intoxicated. She's faded, man. When it comes to a woman being behind the wheel, she should only be behind the wheel in any emergency situations when it comes to her and her husband. The only time she should be behind the wheel is if her husband having health issues, he's sick, or if he's intoxicated himself. Other than that, a woman should not be behind the wheel when it's her and her man in the vehicle together, man. You see, what's the name of the lesson, man? Man is the designated driver of the marriage, and woman stays in the passenger seat. You see, under normal circumstances, women should never find their asses behind the wheel unless she is on a solo mission by herself and not with her man. Now, let me say that again. Under normal circumstances, women should never find their asses behind the wheel unless she is on a solo mission, running errands by herself, or whatever the case may be, by herself, and her man is not with her. You see? What am I saying? Man is the designated driver in the marriage, the one who has the navigation system to get you to whatever destination you're going to go. And the wife will always belong in the passenger seat, man. Cold-blooded, right? Cold-blooded. But like I said, today, women have finessed the man out of the car keys. Women have finessed the man out of the car keys and took over the driver's seat, okay, and put the man in the passenger seat. And that has ruined the man being the head, being the lead like he's supposed to be, like it was originally set up to be, man. What you have going on today is matriarch overruling patriarch, man. But it was never supposed to be that way, you see. In 1 Corinthians, let's just say in Ephesians 5:22, it tells wives to submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. You see? So in other words, man, your husband is the designated driver. He's the lead. He's the navigation system. Okay, you are to yield to him and allow him to navigate this thing so y'all can get to your destination safe and sound. You see? But like I said, man, women have finessed man out of the car keys and have taken over the driver's seat, man. And that has ruined the man being the head, being the lead. What you have today is matriarch overruling patriarch, man. In Deuteronomy 22:5, it tells you, man, a woman don't wear anything that pertain to a man, and a man don't wear things that pertain to a woman. It's abomination. But when you really dig deep into that scripture in Deuteronomy 22:5, the real deal in that scripture is simply this: a woman stay in her lane, don't mess with things pertaining to a man, and a man stay in a masculine zone and not the feminine zone. You see? In other words, you got to stay within your own envelope. You have to stay in your own jurisdiction, man. You see? With that being said, it's time for you women to hand over the keys back to the man who is the designated driver of the relationship and the navigation lead. Like you see on the screen, what is this woman doing? She's handing over the keys, man. And that's a very smart thing to do because the man is the designated driver. And we're going to prove it in 1 Corinthians 11:3. It tell you, man, but I want you to know that the head of every man is Yahushua. The head of woman is man. You see that? The head of woman is man, a.k.a. he's the designated driver of the marriage, and the woman stays in the passenger seat, man. That's cold-blooded, man. The Lord appointed the husband as head of the wife, okay, and as lead in the church as well. You see, it's not a coincidence that women are not to teach men. They are not to exercise authority over man. But see, that has flipped today. Okay? Women trying to teach the man, and they exercise an authority over man. AKA, they have finessed their way in the designated driver's seat and put the man in the passenger seat. And the crazy thing about it, the man is the one sober, the woman is the one intoxicated. Cold-blooded, man. What you see on the screen, the woman handing over the keys. And that's exactly what needs to happen today. You women need to hand over the keys back to the man who is the designated driver of your marriage. Okay? He's the navigation system. So you are to hand over the keys, all right, and let him do what he do, man. Because anytime you women being in that designated driver's seat, that mission is not going to be accomplished. Wherever destination y'all going, y'all ain't going to get there, man. Because the lead driver is not in the driver's seat. He's in the passenger seat. And if he's in the passenger seat, there's no way he can lead. There's no way he can navigate you through the roadblocks and potholes, traps and debacles, because you're going to make your own way. You're not going to listen to him because you got that matriarch, golden rule, the patriarch spirit, man. Yeah. Cold-blooded, man. What's the name of this word, man? Man is the designated driver of the marriage, and the woman stays in the passenger seat, man. That's cold-blooded, man. You see on the screen, the woman is handing over the keys. And that's exactly what you women need to do today, man. Y'all need to hand over the keys, okay, and get y'all asses up out of that driver's seat, because it's designated for the man, a.k.a. the husband. And your job is to get in that passenger seat, put your seatbelt on, and watch him navigate through the roadblocks, through the potholes, through the traps, and through the debacles that come with the spiritual walk, man. And he's going to get you there safe and sound. But if y'all continue to try to be in the driver's seat and put your man in the passenger seat, y'all going to crash. Y'all ain't going to make y'all destination, man. 9 out of 10 times, y'all ain't going to make it, man. I hope you sincere. Brothers and sisters was edified by this word, and we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. Shalom.